With yet more rumours of sham weddings, shock reunions, lies and love triangles, things are hotting up in the soap world this week, aren't they?
They are.
Where do you want to begin?
Let's start with Soaps and Ladders and see how everyone's getting on. Where are we going to start? It's with Alfie. Well, we all know that.
We all know,
Smoking kills. Yeah, what goes on there? Bad week for him. Bad week for Meghan, arrested last night. Gets even worse for her. Bad week for Ken. The washing machine chewed his underpants up last night. Disaster. Bad week for Jason there. He is going to get sued over the roof. Roy, he's going to have a good week. He actually got the copy of the Secret Life of Bats last night. Very rare copy.
Oh, lovely.
Glad to have that.
Good.
It was the only good thing I could find in Stoke.
I know, I was going to say.
Little Vickery lent me a book once called The World of Salt. That was, what a...
Up there with the world of bats.
Exciting read that was.
Where should we go,
Hollyoaks first. We promised we'd do it first, so let's start with Hollyoaks.
We're going to start with Hollyoaks. And we had the lovely storyline about John Paul and Steve getting engaged. Good news for them, but Diane isn't taking it well because we, of course, have had the storyline about Finn and the rape storyline. She believes in Finn's innocence. We know he's not. Let's see how she reacts to the engagement.
Have you got anything nice planned for the big day? Hey, why are you sending my boy to rot in prison? Yeah, and I bet you have to drink a lot of this stuff, don't you? Hey, to live with yourself after all the lies you've told.
I should go. No.
Oh, no. Go on, you just go. Yeah, that's it. You forget about all the family that you've totally torn apart.
No, I feel really sorry for you, Diane. Finn's ruined your life just as much as he has mine, only you're too deluded to know it. Look, I wish that I could forget what he did to me, but I can't. Even on my wedding day, I'm probably going to see his face in my mind. He's guilty. He did it.
So Finn's going to lie, and how far will Diane go to protect him then?
That's it. With the trial that's coming up, it's going to be at the end of September. How far she would go, but we'll see a little twist in tonight's episode. Finn piles on more lies, so who is she going to believe? Have a look, if you can, at the Hollyoaks website or at YouTube, because you'll see a little bit about a trailer that's got lots of little clues of what's coming up into autumn. So a little thing I've spotted, tell us if you see more. Sienna, engagement ring there. You'll notice as well, hospital siege coming up, something with a broken lift coming there. You're going to see Holly in bed with Robbie. You're going to see a massive crane crash. There's a car coming out the lake there. A massive crane crash. I know they're going to have a huge stunt scene coming up. All I know is it's McQueen's wedding. You presume it's going to be John Paul and Steve, but we don't know. Not everyone else will get it. Not everyone's going to get out alive. There's the wedding invitation. They've built a whole dummy railway engine, the 7-ton truck. They've got the directing team behind the Corrie tram crash.
Lots going on.
Coming up in November. Biggest stunt they've done.
Right.
So not everyone gets out.
Emmerdale.
Emmerdale, let's have a look at this. So we can see here Edna, she's gone to visit Aaron in prison here, and we learn a little bit about Edna's past. Now, we know that she had a difficult marriage. We know that her husband had an affair. We'll find out a little bit about what makes her tick, why she is the way she is, as she has a heart-to-heart with Aaron and says, you know, I know what prison can do to men. We find out a bit more about Edna. I love that when we go back into people's past and we explain why. You see her as kind of a miserable old bat, if she doesn't mind me saying.
Well, it's taken a long time to get there, hasn't it, really?
We've had her for years. We've had a hint before as we met her sister and we find out that she brought up the sister's child, but it will tell us a little bit more about what demons haunt Edna, and it's going to be good. And watch out as well, Robert Sugden is going to be returning with a new head, so it won't be the same one that we had before, which is Carl Davis. It's going to be a new actor called Ryan Hawley. He hasn't started filming yet, so we don't have any footage. But, of course, he had the affair with Katie. So which Sugden will she go for? It's all happening again.
Corrie?
Well, now, Jim had painted himself as a hero in prison. He said that he had saved Peter Barlow's life. We knew that he'd actually supplied him with the booze. Steve had gone to visit his dad in prison. He'd come home saying to Liz, actually, Dad's not that bad, so we should be giving him a second chance. This is the moment when they find out what's really gone on and all the lies unravel.
It was Jim that put our Peter in hospital. He supplied him with the booze.
What? I'd like to say I'm shocked.
Darling,
How low can you go?
I'm so sorry, Peter.
I was going to take Amy to see it. I was going to take me daughter into that place.
Yeah, for all the right reasons, because you're a good, kind person.
Yeah, too soft for your own good. You want to wash your hands of him now?
Not until I've told him a few home truths, I'm not.
No, you can't do that.
Let him rot.
Steve, think about Peter.
Like you pretend you care. She's the one who's trying to get Eccles the dog put down.
Talking of which...
We've got a campaign starting.
Save Eccles the dog.
Save the Weatherfield one.
Meet Lady Freckles.
Eccles is a true Coronation Street icon. It doesn't bear thinking about Coronation Street without Eccles and his little paws.
She is sweet, though, isn't she? Aren't you, eh?
There is no street without Eccles the dog. I refuse to watch. Save Eccles the dog.
Eccles did not bite Amy.
Fact.
Like Darth Vader, that child.
EastEnders to finish with a bit of sad news.
Yeah, John Barding, you might have noticed at the end of the episode on Friday that it was dedicated to John. He passed away last week. I thought it was so brave because he had his stroke 7 years ago, and of course he came back portraying a character with a stroke in the soap. It was one of the bravest things I'd seen, and he's very much missed. I wish I could tell you what his catchphrase was on the set, but we're not allowed to swear this early. But he will be very much
In your last 10 seconds?
Yes, Sharon and Phil, lots of twists and turns, both lying to each other. Will this wedding go ahead? Is it doomed? It's going to be brilliant. Hang on to your seats.
Thank you very much.
Sharon.
Thank you.
What a week in Soapland. Right, on tomorrow's show, Gok's back and Denise Robertson's behind the scenes of Downton Abbey.
And Ollie Smith is going to Italy. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Bye.